Welcome to the third episode of The Art of Making Rudraveena. Today, this episode is a very important one because today I'll be talking about all the details of Dandi. Now, what is a Dandi? Dandi is this part of the Veena. Now, a Dandi is made of three parts: the barrel, the tube, which we refer to as Dandi, the peacock, and the sharab. On traditional Veena, there is no sharab, so this barrel continues up to here, and then on that Dandi you will have two parts only, the peacock and the Dandi. A traditional Rudraveena is made out of 11 Rudra measurement, and a Daga style Veena is made of 12 Rudras. How you use this Rudras? The very first Rudra is for the peacock, one Rudra for the peacock, and then on traditional Veena you put 3 Rudras here for the peg box. I'd rather refer it as a peg box, and then you're left with 7 Rudras. That 7 Rudra is from here to here, your string length. So in my case, my Rudra is just a little bit more than 5 inches. So my string length is 36 inches. Now, if you don't want to use Rudra measurement, there is also another system that was used long back, though not commonly used, but there was another system. That is the Mushti system. So this is a Mushti. And this Mushti, if you are making a Veena of 11 Rudras, the Dandi will be of 13 Mushtis. Today, in this video, I'll be talking about this barrel, this area only, because this is a very significant and important part of the Veena, and most of your sound, your volume, your resonance, your sustain, everything depends on this barrel. And there are so many minute details into that, and the wood selection and everything, so I won't cover the peacock and sharab in this video. This video I will only be talking about this one, this part. To begin with, traditionally this barrel was made out of bamboo. So why bamboo? Because bamboo is, you can find bamboo in this cylindrical form from the nature, and it's easy to handle, it's easy to work with, and then if it's maintained properly, a bamboo Veena can last for more than hundreds of years. Even now, I myself have seen some bamboo Veenas which are in excellent condition after 200 or more, maybe more, even more than that. So now let's see how we get a bamboo from the market. Now, after you get this entire bamboo, this can be used in several ways. The very first way is you can keep the joints, the in-between natural joint that a bamboo comes with, or you can eliminate the joints. This is the method that I used. So after eliminating those joints, I put together the middle parts of the bamboo reed again to make my entire Dandi. If you keep the entire tube, how to use that? You can't keep the joints as it is. So first of all, what you have to do is, you have to scrub the whole upper layer out to make it smooth and cylindrical from the outside. And then is the more difficult part. It's not actually difficult, it's a little bit technical. Is that you have to get a very long kind of a, what can I say, kind of a sphere which you can insert from one side and kind of break through all the joints from inside. Once you have done that, you have to scrub those things from inside using a wooden piece, long wooden piece, and then you can attach a file at the end of it, and then you can just file them from the inside, so the inside also becomes hollow. And then your dandi is done. On this dandi, you can put a wooden peacock if you want, or you can also use the bamboo itself as the peacock, because when you're having one single piece of bamboo, you can just cut a square inside it and place the jawari here, and the side jawaris on the sides, and block this end with a wooden piece or something. That will work fine. I'll add a photograph of how to make this jawari cut. Now, if you want to not use the joints, then this is the way that I used. I didn't want to use the joints. Then what you have to start with is, you have to first eliminate those joints. You have to cut all the joints out in the beginning and don't throw them away, because those joints we can later use as the clamps. So after you have cut out those joints, then is a little bit more difficult part. You have to get another piece of bamboo and again cut those joints. If you are having 4 pieces for the dandi, you will need 3 inside pieces. What these inside pieces are for? When you are putting 2 bamboos together, you put another smaller piece inside to hold the 2 pieces together, and then we use a stable glue and wood powder or bamboo powder to hold this in place together. If you are using this method, there is also another advantage. You can keep this middle joint here unattached, and then using a screw on the inside bamboo part, you can keep it here. The screw will go inside from this side to the other side, and you can keep it in place with a nut. Then the advantage is, you can fold your entire dandi into 2 pieces and carry it around. Nice, isn't it? Now, if you don't want to use bamboo, then there are many different kind of woods that you can consider. First of all is toonwood. This dandi is made out of toonwood. If you want to use toonwood, okay, I'll go into that later. And then you can go for some hardwoods. Hardwoods are heavy. They might be a little bit more difficult to work with, but at the end, hardwoods give more of bass frequencies, so that is more ideal for a veena. So as hardwoods, you can use teak, which is the most common wood used in veena making, or you can use shisham or shishu. Both the woods, both teak and shisham, they work fine. And then there is also another kind of wood that you can try, that is mahogany. Toon is also one kind of mahogany. This is East Indian mahogany that we refer to as toon. There are some other kinds of woods that can work nice. If you have access to ebony, then ebony, being a hardwood, will work fine for a dandi. If you have access to coco bolo, nothing better. But usually spruce pine and those kind of woods are not used in Veena. Now, if you are using wood, how to use that? First of all, you have to make the outside. You can get a rectangular piece of wooden block, and then first of all what you have to do is you have to get this outside round done. And how to know what outside diameter is suitable for you? For traditional Veena there is a method. This area is called one basti. So this measurement, this basti measurement was used to measure the outside diameter of a player's Veena. But for dagger style Veena, as we are sitting like this basti measurement didn't really matter, so we could go for much bigger diameter of dandis. And then on this fretting system, this potti or framing fretting system, then we don't have to worry about individual frets. So in this method I could go for a little bit more bigger diameter of dandi than a dagger style Veena. The bigger dandi that you have, the bigger dandi diameter that you have, the longer sustain and the louder volume your Veena will have. So now, after you have done this outside barrel done, you have to split it into two parts. Or if you don't want to split it into two parts, you can just use a machine drill to drill a hole inside this barrel. The bigger the hole, the better. The walls of this dandi, it should be less than 1 centimeter. The ideal length is around 5 millimeter to 6 millimeter. On this Veena I have 6 millimeter. On this Veena I have 5 millimeter. Now if you can do it with a drill where you can drill a hole inside the dandi, keeping the walls less than 1 centimeter, nothing better than that. But if you are drilling a hole, there is another risk involved. If you are keeping the walls really thin, there is a huge possibility when you are drilling it, the dandi might crack. So to avoid that, there is another way which is more commonly used here in India. What we do is, after making this outside barrel, outside rounded, then we split the entire dandi into two parts, and then you are left with two half circles, and then we kind of chisel out, scoop out the wood from the inside. I'll add some photos of that right now. And then if you're doing it manually, it might sound like a lot of work and lot of wood is wasted, but then the dandi, you can measure the thickness, and obviously if you're hand doing it, the thickness, you might feel the thickness won't be same everywhere. It might vary slightly here and there. Well, that's fine. That thing is there in all the sitars, all the Veenas, all the sarods. All of them sound nice. But if you really want to skip that part and just drill a hole inside, that's also fine. Now, once you're done with the entire piece of dandi, I'll show you how it looks, how my dandi looked. I'll add a picture of it. So that's about it. Try, think about it, how you want to make your dandi, and think about all the options that are available there, and enjoy making your Veena. Thank you.